Here we are. We are underway. Game 1 of the semi-finals between AshaBlois, playing in the north as Brits. He's got Mobile Assault, Royal Artillery, which he used last time, and Vanguard.
And in the south of Langreskaya, 2019 is the one and only VonIvan playing as the Wehrmacht. Already locked in mechanized assault doctrine. And is he gonna get the assault grenadiers? 1 second left. There we go. He's going for the full UKF counter. Let's see how well he pulls it off.
Yeah, so we are on the revised version of Langreskaya. Probably going to be included in the next patch for Code 2, the next big patch. So we'll get to see it firsthand here in action. Just a few minor changes. Make it a little bit more balanced, especially for the north spawn, which has always been known as a tricky one.
Absolutely. Langers has always been a tough map. It's gone through so many changes to the game's life cycle, from just that north cutoff and the south cutoff getting revised, the bases themselves, the garrisons. It's come a long way.
Yep. Used to be banned from tournaments because the games it produced were just too long. Every single one was like an hour-long slugfest, but back in the tournament rotation now.
We have a second pair of assault grenadiers here, making the push onto this VP house, forcing AshaBlois back. He's trying to soft retreat away, but fortunately for Von, he's got the Pioneers to cut him off there. Universal Carrier is nearly completed, which will be an amazing counter to assault grenadiers when it holds its distance. So Von has definitely got to make this time he has without it count.
Indeed.
He's going for the cutoff there. Tommy sections pretty close by, gonna start engaging. He's already burned his sprint, so can't quite run up to them now.
No, but still the threat of the assault grenadier is enough for Asha to stay at long range here. Universal Carrier finally on the map. Let's see if it can turn things around, because Asha's map control looking a little bit shaky, and Machine Gun in a nice position to counter the Universal Carrier.
Ooh. These assault grenadiers have such low health. By the time they start pulling through the DPS, yeah, they're taking too many losses. Gotta pull back and regroup.
Look at this.
UC's taking quite a bit of damage from the MG42 though. It's almost at vet 1. Oh, he's going for the bundle nades. Excuse me, the assault nades. But easily dodged there by Asha. VonIvan burns 30 munitions on that attempt. Really trying to stall there for the MG42 to set up, but I think Asha won't be...
Oh no, that's going to go down. He's right in front of the MG.
Wow.
Oh, he snipes the gunner. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, that's bad for Von. He's definitely got to pull out of there.
Now,
Wow, he went for...
But the UC was going to go down, but
Grenadier.
the gunner snipe just turned things around.
You never know with Lady RNG. Knocking out the gunner right away is like sure death sentence for an MG squad. Surround.
VonIvan now investing into some Panzer Grenadiers. Instead of going for tier 2, has completed battle phase 1, but I'm going to try to get a 222 or something to try counter this Universal Carrier. Just going to rely on small arms damage to get the job done. And now that it has that reduced armor, it's certainly a lot more fragile than it was previously.
Yeah. Definitely a big difference when it comes to small arms. As it is a really strong early game tool versus both Axis factions. It makes sense with that change to make it a bit more vulnerable and more punishing depending upon how the British player micros the vehicle. I really want to see the mechanized assault group come out of VonIvan though. It can really do some damage versus non-AEC builds for British forces, but this level of play, I think AshaBlois won't be getting surprised by that. Wasp upgrade is available. Pioneers are jebaited but from that house and are just sitting in the flames. Still doing some damage to the UC though.
Armored car construction to be ordered.
Yeah, gonna have to leave that in the back lines for some repairs at the moment. Just spent all his munitions on the Wasp upgrade, so it doesn't have enough for the vehicle crew repair, which is quite expensive at 25 munitions. Filling up that section, and he's putting a trench down on his cutoff. Man, that could backfire on him quite easily. Interesting play.
Yeah, not the good old days where you can put down a 50 manpower trench that is like indestructible and only friendly units can use.
Yeah.
I remember you just first thing you do as Brits is try to run to your opponent's cutoff and plant a trench.
Good old days, the good old days. Well, Wasp doing a little bit of light damage. Light toasting on the Grenadiers. Maybe like a 1 on the toaster setting rather than a 6.
There's our AEC. Almost out. Let's see, Vaughn does have his...
Are securing our territory.
Does have Battle Phase 1 complete. So you can definitely put up Tier 2, but it's going to be pretty at the 7-minute mark. Let's see, what are the Panzer Grenadiers doing? They're just chilling there by the truck. Telemine is down for Vaughn. Right there on that road.
Oh, hits Vet 1, activates the AP ammo on the machine gun. Ooh, just squeaks out of there.
Definitely got to get out of there.
Oh no, he loses the MG to the flames. Uh-oh.
Oh, the EGs need to get there quickly.
Hitting
Oh,
him now.
no. That's
This
a
is-
huge loss for Wehrmacht on any map. But Langreskaya is one of the worst. He's gonna go for the
Grenade?
bundle nade. They're not too bunched up. I don't know if he's gonna get it. He does get it.
Gun crew killed.
That was pretty well placed nade, and they were clumped up enough to where he got the kill. But look at this, AC is shooting at the weapon. I think it is gonna miss a lot though, so he's gonna. Oh no, it's connected 2 in a row.
He's
Does
one
he need 2
more.
more shots, I believe? Is it 1 or
I think
2?
it's 1, but it doesn't matter. So Grenadiers
gets it.
sprint forwards and get control of it. Lucky break for Von there. And he maintains control. That machine gun did lose its veherency, and now the weapon health very low, but much better than losing it altogether.
Manufacturing capability has been increased.
Nice
And he-
attempt by AshaBlois though. He would have
Oh, look at this
just
teller.
cemented a lead. Oh,
Hey, Von's trying to bait with his P-Grens.
oh, he's gonna get it.
Yeah, you could tell that was what Von was trying to do, like leaving those P-Greens in a bad engagement at that range, trying to get the AC to rotate round, and he baits him right into that telemine. Excellent play by VonIvan.
That
Oh,
was
man.
yeah.
Look at this mortar pit.
It looked like
Popping it down, like, very far forwards position here, and defending it with yet more trenches.
Enemy squad has us targeted.
It's going to be a tough nut for VonIvan to crack. VonIvan already has his support armor core down though, so tank's going to be coming in quite shortly. Just needs around 40 more fuel. VonIvan quick to dodge away from that mortar pit.
more trenches going down. Second squad of Panzer Grenadiers coming out for Vaughn, so he's
Enemy is
definitely
taking
committing
our
to this
territory.
SMG strat.
Yep. No snares available, but
And technically they're not
Fresh Panzer
SMGs, but
Grenadiers.
yeah.
close quarters squad.
Probably, you know, reasonably wise. More effective at running and gunning. Don't have to sit under the mortar pit and risk getting
Trying to take one of our
obliterated.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Peegrens have to get out of there.
points. Supply is looking a bit squiffy. Line's been cut.
I'm surprised Vaughn didn't go for like a flame half track or, you know, I expected that over the mechanized assault group for sure. But is he just? I feel like with this build order and unit composition, he's just gonna go for like Stuke spam or something.
Yeah, I think the early game was just like a little bit too slow for the timing on the mechanized assault group, so he just decided to go straight for a really fast medium tank.
MG42 team is ready for action.
That's true. The Oswin is really good now, so rushing that isn't unheard of, right?
No, it's very viable, especially with all this tech skipping.
The enemy is attempting to
Asher
steal
jumping
our
onto the
sector.
cutoff, but machine gun there to deter him. Has to fall back.
You see, always having some
Universal carrier ready for the off.
close call.
He's never fully repaired it after that first time, you know? It's because it's been running around at like third health. Nothing really going to threaten to kill it, you know? It's just... And VonIvan trying to sneak around the mortar pit, go for some resource harass on Asher.
Yeah, trying to avoid that Vickers in the garrison, covering the VP in strategic area. Wow, that was a really awkward fight on the left side. But fortunately, this MG setup did force those Tommies to retreat at max squad, but 25% HP. Saves a lot of manpower there. Let's see, Panzer Grenadiers did force off that Vickers, but don't know what he's doing there.
Yeah, hard to make inroads at the moment. Asher got a well set up defense. Double Vickers really locking VonIvan out of the match right now.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
And P4 in production for Von, so he's going to have a tank shortly, but Asher has an AT gun in production for the counter. Another teller down for Von. You see quite close to it there.
Being shot at now.
Yeah, he's going for the bait too.
Yeah.
It's like the most
6-pounder.
So obvious, yeah.
spot.
But he might end up losing his machine gun for the trouble. Oh,
The
maybe
UC's
not.
so low though, he can kill it.
Oh!
Oh, it's gonna die. Could you imagine it out of controls into the telemine? That would be some value.
Yeah. Well, that's a good timing.
Opponents are seizing
And that's the risk Asher took, you know, never repairing that universal carrier up to full. Ends up losing it there. And as I was talking about yeah. Its armor is just not quite sturdy enough against those heavy machine guns these days.
Yeah, I think it's fair. I mean, you shouldn't really get to sit in front of an MG, you know, like that and win the battle every time. So, Bond played that well to the changes. Panzer IV is forcing some squad offs here. It's going to start taking 6-pounder shots. Oh, that reposition did buy Vaughn some time to get out of there.
Or assault grenades, but the machine gun gets out of there. Very low on health, however. And VonIvan pushing aggressively, wants to take down this mortar pit.
Oh, look at these engineers too.
Panic Valentine called in for Asher to try and hold the line here.
Tommy's section went down though.
He lost his engineer, but Valentine holding the line. P4 having to pull back. Oh, Valentine getting him some great penetrating hits.
And Vaughn doesn't have any snare, so he's got to pull back. And I don't think he's queued any Panzer Shreks, right?
An HMG crew has been lost to enemy action.
Nope. He's got the Telemine and the Panzer IV. Uh-oh, he's playing a little bit dicey here, but we know Vaughn always likes to gamble with RNG. Oh, and he gets the killing shot at max range with a moving Panzer IV.
And Tommy's
I
go
think that's
down.
gotta be good.
Yeah, everything's dying here for Asher. Mortar pit dead.
An emplacement has been destroyed.
VonIvan. Asher throws in the towel, so a quick win to VonIvan. Asher setting up for a long game there, but VonIvan rushing out that medium tank and completely overwhelming him.
Yeah, good build order. Pretty interesting.
Game number 2, VonIvan taking a comfortable win. And now going as US Forces and going for Armor Company, much to my surprise.
We have AshaBlois gearing to make a strike back in the second game. Already locking in breakthrough, grand offensive with you guys know what this commander does. It's got Panzer Fusiliers, Tiger Tank for OKW, but he's actually built a Kubel, which is pretty strong on this map with how much backcapping you need to do if you play an aggressive line. Kubel is trying to connect these territories here.
Yeah, it did get a slight buff this patch as well to its repair speeds. You'll be able to repair it a little bit more quickly after it takes damage. So it's been out of the meta for a long time, but maybe that will be a tweak that it needs to finally see some play again.
Yeah, Kubel's always been a difficult thing to balance. You either make it go from being super broken or from totally useless. But anyways, we got our first engagement here. Usually always the Stern Pioneers. Right here on the left side, fighting against some riflemen who are not using any cover. But fortunately, the range is long enough to where the riflemen take that.
Assault engineers charging in here on the other side of the map. Drop 2 models on the way in. See if they can overwhelm now that they're in close. Looks like Asher in the retreat might have been able to win, but just going to try to conserve his manpower. Kubel charging in here to close range, trying to negate the cover that the riflemen are behind. Still taking some damage though. Looks like he is going to be able to force away the rifles, but in come the assault engineers on his rear. Oh, and he hits Vet 1, and the AT grenade gets the kill. Oh no.
Wow. He wasn't paying attention to the veterancy gain. That's something you usually see people do when they're playing with their M3 or whatever it is, back when you had to have veterancy and stuff. But yeah, I mean, typically you want to check riflemen before they hit Vet 1 if you're using a light vehicle, and AshaBlois got overconfident and Von punished him. Yeah,
and that's going to set him way behind. He's gone for these Fusiliers as well, and they get off to a little bit of a slow start. They cost a little bit more, and their close range performance not as strong. So if VonIvan manages to get those close range engagements for the assault engineers, these Fusiliers are really going to struggle.
Yeah, especially versus assault grenadiers. Excuse me, not assault grenadiers, assault engineers. Same thing, really, to me.
Pretty similar. Do have a mine down there for VonIvan, but doesn't get triggered by the Folks. Ivan already completed his lieutenant, halfway to his mechanized platoon. One benefit these Fusiliers do have over Folks is you do have access to the AT grenades straight away, so it can help you repel light vehicles.
Got our lieutenant out on the field now. Let's see, he also has his mechanized command post, so probably gonna see an M20, right? As you said, it's pretty close. 240 manpower.
Yeah,
nice,
maybe. Lieutenant overwhelming the Fusiliers in the middle, forcing them away. Flamer pops for the assault engineers here. Stern closing the distance, forcing them away, but Stern Pioneer is super low after that. Riflemen picking shots. Stern Pioneer's backing away, but they've got a treacherous retreat path. Plus the lieutenant if they back away now. It's getting worse by the second as well. Assault engineers also moving into the retreat.
Does get the cut off there with the lieutenant before it runs back to base. Nice little tactical control group moving here towards the house. Stern Pioneers with the soft retreat, as you said. Okay, now it's fully retreating. Stewart in production for Von. Gonna just build a Luke soft counter right away.
Yeah, maybe he thinks with all the Fusiliers around with the AT grenades, maybe it's not worth the trouble going for the M20. Stewart, very safe choice.
You can usually sneak in both, but it does cut it close if you have a bad early game. So Stewart, like you said, is a safer choice. We do have Armor Company. So VonIvan is known for his M10 Spammerino. We just assume that with some bulldozers later on. But no 50 cals. I always assume you just get like 250 cals on Langres, especially versus OKW. So might see that back tech, you could say, later on.
Big assault from Von, charging down the center with flamers on both squads. Asha struggling to hold the line here. And here comes the Stuart to tip the scales even more towards VonIvan's favor. Oh, big grenade! Rifleman escape.
Oh, huge manpower bleed right there.
Asha charging forwards, hoping to get the snare, but not happening. Nice kiting by Von. These Fusiliers so low on health though, they'll be dropping like flies. Or maybe not. Stuart not connecting at all.
Yeah, it's moving now, so it's a bit harder. Trying to kite the.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice hit.
Oh man, he's just mopping them up. Asha bleeding so much manpower right there. Asha did go for mechanized, and he's going straight into the Puma to try counter that Stuart.
Makes sense. Didn't get to fully salvage the Kubel wreck. Saw him trying to do it, but he got forced off. Von taking a decent angle there. I don't know if he's avoiding the cover outright. It looks like it, but...
Asha hanging in there though, not out of this game yet, even after that bad start with the Kubel going down so early. He's fighting back. And this Puma should give him a lot of breathing room against the Stuart.
Some mines going down from Asha near the VP. Maybe looking for some kind of prevention of a cutoff push. Catch multiple squads or even the Stuart. There's our Puma. Backbone of the mechanized build.
Get aggressive with it straight away, but there are a couple mines down for Von. Gotta be careful. Let's have the sweepers, but they're on the other side of the map at the moment. This assault engineers just kind of 2v1ing the Fusiliers here at the moment.
Trying to buy some time maybe for other squads to get into position.
Yeah. Until the Fusiliers get their weapon upgrades, they're not that scary.
Nice mines there from Von on the fuel. Gonna bleed down. There we go. Kubel wreck destroyed. No more cover for those Fusiliers.
Ooh.
Oh, but did he get the air off?
Yeah.
Puma's going in for it. The Lieutenant with Bazooka is covering it. So, our move to make right now.
Might try get this rifleman on retreat here. One model. No. So a couple bluff charges there from Asha, not getting any real valuable targets, but close call. Without that bazooka, I'm sure he would have charged in for the kill.
I know Von would have, even with the bazooka there.
Some cheeky use of smoke and backed himself. Oh, nice sweeping by Asha, taking care of that mine. And now Stuart could be in trouble. Puma lining up some shots. Oh, missing.
Our supply line is cut. Germans are making a push.
Just hitting the truck there, blows it up. Shit. Pestering the Puma anymore.
First squad of G43 is about to pop on his Fusiliers. That's really going to help them scale.
Major in production for
Yeah.
Von.
I was just about to say that, man. Pretty fast major for him. He's had very good control of his half of the map. Nice attack rounds on these Stern Pioneers as well. VonIvan looking strong here.
Starting to fall behind though with this fast tech to major. He's gonna start losing in the infantry department, especially with these upgrades coming along.
Yeah, and Asha going for double machine guns as well. Very hard to outmaneuver.
Yeah, the problem with the Saw engineers like this is the later the game goes, you just see more attack moves from players, and attack move, you know, laziness just comes out of the micro attacks, and squads like the Panzer Fusiliers are gonna benefit way more from that than assault engineers. So
Battalion just released
it's gonna hurt.
action.
Ready to deploy!
There we go, another sweep coming in. Or maybe you didn't notice it. The rear echelons went into the house. Probably
Yeah,
just
they
out of
got
the range now.
bazookas. It's out.
Double bazookas, in fact.
Yeah.
Look at these MG34. This attack moves into the middle. Did their job though.
Is being overrun.
Yep.
He did sweep.
On the line. Puma takes some more bazooka fire there. Whoopsie daisy.
Losing a capture point.
And Stuart going to the other side. Asha pushing over there with most of his infantry, looking to get some of VonIvan's territory under control. And here comes the Puma, slightly low in health.
Oh, rear echelon are still available.
Doesn't jump back into the building. VonIvan getting some more mines down with the assault engineers. Good idea. Got some bars for his riflemen now as well. Pretty well equipped. He's had very strong munitions control. Just trying to get some shots on the Puma, but not quite. And one thing about these Fusiliers is the upgrade is quite expensive, 90 munitions, and when you're having to pay for healing all the time going for a mechanized first build, it can be a bit tricky to upgrade all your squads.
Yeah, it's always like a decision you gotta make where you want to focus your munitions on, especially when it's even like. See, the Ken Warfare coming out for AshaBlois, same time as VonIvan's Wolverine.
Yeah, Ash pretty good with his timings, I'd say, you know, just never really caught unexposed. He's really good at estimating how much fuel his opponent has. Puma maybe gonna switch sides to where the Steward is. Lieutenant charging through the middle with a bazooka as well. And this is the new Raketen, 5 men. A whole host of changes to it. Let's see what Asha can get done. Looks like he's trying to put up his tech. Risky moments, you know, if that tech gets spotted as it's going up. That's a game-losing moment. Connecting Ace. Stuart getting away. Puma can't chase, taking a snare. Rifleman might go down on retreat though. 43's getting for advantage. Here comes the M10 from the rear. Puma trying to round the corner.
Beautiful.
Raketen getting some good shots off. Oh, it's snared now. M10 could be in jeopardy. Puma coming around maybe for some attack rounds. They trade blows, both of them going down.
That's a great trade for AshaBlois. Major already looks like it's coming down on the house. That was pretty close. Oh, is it gonna wipe it? Oh, it's so close.
Yeah, I would agree. Really good trade for Asha. And now he feels safe
range, though.
to put up his tech. Yeah, it's got 5 more range than it had previously. Can't move around in camouflage though. Oh man, missing that shot. Looked like it was a direct hit on Stuart.
Gonna start hitting Stewart though. Yeah, just so you know, with the delay, I think I might be a little bit behind you, but
Yeah, that's how it
shouldn't be that.
goes sometimes.
Yeah, it's normal. replacement M10 though for Von coming out.
Has been set.
Asha preventing that snowball for now, but losing the Puma does hurt because the Steward is still alive. Gotta rely more on this Raketin now.
Yeah, Von actually cancels the M10. Maybe he's going to try to save for the Bulldozer now. Could probably squeeze in a 50 cal as you mentioned earlier. Yeah, there we go. As soon as I say that, there he goes.
I mean, 50 cal is really good, so should always try to fit one in if you got a lieutenant.
Yeah. Sure, coming around the side. And some free hits on the Raketin here. Getting low, very low. Here comes the vehicle crew. Some good damage with the Thompsons.
Oh, that tier 4 though.
Will the crew make it out alive?
Should be
Just
okay.
sitting up.
Engine damage on the Steward though.
Yeah, it does manage to make it out. Close call for Von. Did he put his re-echelon in that? Don't they have bazookas? That is
That's
so
what I was about to
risky
say.
for Von.
Extremely risky. 100 munitions, Vet 3 squad. He's actually getting an M4 Sherman rather than a bulldozer.
That's interesting.
Also those HE rounds, I guess.
Yeah, the HE rounds are good. Maybe he thinks that Ash is going to have his own tank very shortly and he needs something that can fight back against the Panzer IV, which the Bulldozer can't really. Because he doesn't have an AT gun himself. He hasn't gone for captain yet.
Our resource sector has been cut off from our supply chain.
You know, you can rely on
safe-
bazookas, but not always.
Yeah.
Ash has gone for a third MG here. He's really trying to lock VonIvan out of the match. Against that many machine guns, you kind of need a pack howitzer.
Yeah, that or a Scott.
Heavy machine gun group are ready for action.
Man, I really hope Von puts his vehicle crew back in the Stewart, man. That's...
I think he's doing that now. They're just chilling there by the cutoff. There we go. Sherman shows its face. Got the HE rounds.
Missing. Oh, big shot from the Stewart though. Actually, these get super low, and now the machine gun also in trouble. Gets wiped. Assault engineer's right there for the steal. Oh, and he gets the steal just before the suppression from the Schwer comes in. Lucky break for Von.
Yeah, that's a huge pickup for him. Knocking down this MG spam a notch.
Yeah, it's going to be 2-on-2 now.
Good hits from the Raketin though. Gets down the Sherman to half health. Some even pop cap now. That is with the Stewart.
That's just slowly pushing forwards here. He's got these G43 Fusiliers. They're really strong, but VonIvan got to call in some major artillery, I think, to slow their advance. Ooh, pretty good hit.
Nice.
We're even connecting with the Raketin here a little bit. Oh man, the scatter on that working out well. Hitting the Fusiliers on the edge. That's double Raketins. Oh, but the Fusiliers go down.
Oh my god. This thing's got obliterated.
Stewart stacking up some kills. He's showing up the Sherman. He's like, hey mate, you're not the only one with the main gun here.
Get your shit together.
Oof, there we go. Sherman getting in there for some good damage. Ivan harassing the fuel again. Ash is so close to a Panzer IV if that's what he's going to choose to go for.
Yeah, there's no way he can wait for a Tiger. I mean, he can, but it might not be the best choice. Von can start snowballing with multiple Shermans. God forbid he steals a Raquette and
Ready to deploy! Taking effective fire!
got the MG set up on the USF side on the left side of the map there, making a push out. Getting AshaBlois under 350
Enemy has
VPs.
cut our supply
Gonna get
chain.
this triple
The
cap
resource sector has been
locked
isolated.
in. Von is playing pretty concise and like,
Taking effective
you know, straightforward. He's not making these risky gambles yet, which is pretty surprising.
Oh,
Usually,
Major
like
goes
at this
down.
point, he would just be, yeah, but it's a major. It's alright. He's literally like got a timer when he comes out when he's gonna die. So if you make it that long, you win a prize. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Okay, he can get a bulldozer now, but
back to full strength.
I think he's just
Von
going to go
usually
straight
when
for
he
the
gets
Jackson.
these-
Safer choice.
Really?
And yeah, you're right. A more like conservative approach for VonIvan compared to what we've seen sometimes in the past.
Oh, he did go for the Jackson. He's really playing it safe. It's not the VonIvan I know. Are you sure this isn't Kimbo?
He's coming to win.
Panzer IV deployed. We now stand at 300 points.
He's going to have a pretty big edge as well with the Stewart, Sherman, and Jackson, as well as so many bazookas against one Panzer IV. Ash is going to have to be on point with his Raketen positioning. Some attack rounds there. Sherman had to pull back for repairs.
The Jackson got nerfed today, right?
No, just a fuel cost increase by 5.
Okay. Not really a nerf.
Nah, basically the same. Now it's the same price as Firefly. It's probably fair enough. Oh, MG goes down for Asha.
We lost a gun crew.
That hurts. Hopefully
He's
he
just
can
getting-
get that recruit.
Look at it. He's so many machine guns on the other side of the map as well. Everything's suppressed and pinned.
Looks like Langreskaya to me. I don't know about you guys.
Here comes the Jackson, gonna try force away the Panzer IV. And this is its first shot. Raketen moving forwards to counter. MG34 still there covering it though, and Asha really struggling to make any headway.
Huge hits on the 50 cal, on the Raquette with the 50 cal. Took a bunch of damage. Pulls back and recloaks. Looks like this stolen MG34 is going to go down. It does. Trading MG34 kills. And the other one on the right hasn't been recruited by Von yet. He's just waiting. Jackson connects. Looks like he's rearing back up just to get shot again. Don't know what the play is here. Ken's just barely setting up. He really wants to recruit that MG. I can't blame him. It's pretty annoying to deal with. Oh, look at these Fusiliers.
We are at 200 points.
Took a lot of health damage there. Vehicle crew getting obliterated by the Panzer IV. Stewart attacking ground there. Finally.
Oh, hits the mine.
Actually,
And
Holy shoot.
Jackson right there could go in
That's
for the
scary.
kill. Double Raketens
Yep.
are overlooking.
he sees it. It might be a trade. Let's see how RNG decides this. If he connects or not. Oh, he gets it. Yeah, the other Raquette wasn't ready. That assault engineers came from behind. I think that's game.
Yeah.
AshaBlois is locked out of his fuel. Just lost his Vet 3 Raquette. Panzer IV is down. And the MG34 is also dead. And we got spoilerinos in the chat, but I mean, you can understand.
Oh man, Sherman right on top of this Raketen and gonna knock that out in short order.
How does a point blank shot miss it?
I don't know.
There we go.
VonIvan can tear up these. Oh, Asha just throws in the towel, and there we go. VonIvan takes the series in a comfortable 2-0.
Yeah, Langreskaya as well. GG.